A silent but dangerous confrontation off the coast of Scotland. Is the world standing on the edge of a new global war? Ladies and gentlemen, history has shown us time and again that some events happen quietly, without explosions, without headlines at first, yet their echoes can shape the world for months, even years to come. Today we are discussing one such incident, an incident that has not only pushed tensions between the United States and Russia to a new level, but has also triggered alarm bells across Europe, NATO and the global energy system. This event took place off the northern coast of Scotland, where, according to reports, U.S. Special Forces carried out a sudden operation and seized control of two oil tankers, Bella Uno Marinera and MT Sofia. What makes this incident especially shocking is that reports indicate Russian forces were present in the area during the operation. Yet despite this, there was no direct resistance, no confrontation, not a single shot fired. But this is where the real danger begins. Russian silence, but open threats from the Duma. Viewers, when weapons fall silent on the battlefield, but words begin to burn inside parliamentary halls, that is when danger multiplies. Following this operation, several members of the Russian State Duma issued open statements, warning that if the United States continues down this path, the Russian Navy could target American ships. These were not casual remarks. They were not emotional outbursts. They were explicit warnings, pointing directly toward a potential U.S.-Russia military confrontation. And this, according to strategic analysts, is the most dangerous moment in this entire story. The question is not why the tankers were seized. The question is, what happens next? In international politics, the real story is often far deeper than the explanation offered on the surface. So far, Washington has not released full operational details. However, analysts believe the possible reasons may include violations of sanctions imposed on Russian oil, involvement in suspicious global shipping networks, hidden financial or military supply chains, or an attempt to apply pressure through global energy politics. But viewers, if this were simply a sanctions issue, it could have been handled through courts, inspections, or diplomatic channels. The involvement of special forces signals something far more sensitive and potentially military in nature. Why didn't Russia respond? Silence, or calm before the storm? This question is echoing across every major strategic think tank right now. If Russian forces were truly present, why did they not intervene? Several explanations are being considered. First, avoiding direct confrontation, because a single mistake could have triggered a war between Russia and NATO. Second, diplomatic strategy. Russia may intend to exploit the incident politically and legally, rather than militarily, at least for now. Third, strategic patience, temporary silence, followed by a stronger response at a later stage. And it is this third possibility that worries the world the most. NATO, Europe, and Scotland's strategic position. This incident is not just about the United States and Russia. It occurred in European waters, near the geographical reach of NATO operations. Scotland, while part of the United Kingdom, lies in a region considered highly sensitive for NATO naval activity. If Russia frames this incident as a violation of European sovereignty, the situation could escalate rapidly and draw the entire NATO alliance into the equation. And history has shown us that when NATO and Russia face each other directly, the consequences are never limited. A potential impact on global energy markets. Let's look beyond military strategy and into the world of oil and gas. The seizure of two oil tankers is not merely a political or military event. It is a shock to the global energy supply chain. If similar incidents continue, the world could face severe volatility in oil prices, a renewed energy crisis in Europe, increased inflation pressure on developing nations, widespread instability in global markets, all triggered by a single silent operation in cold northern waters. Will Russia actually target U.S. ships? This is the question. No one can answer with certainty right now, but one thing is clear. If the Russian Navy directly targets any American or NATO vessel, it would mark the most dangerous moment since the Cold War. Such a move would not remain limited. It would not stay confined to the seas. Cyber warfare would intensify, space-based systems could be targeted, economic warfare would escalate. This would be conflict on every front. Or will diplomacy step in at the last moment? The world has seen moments like this before, where one step led toward war and the other toward peace. So the real question now is, are the United States and Russia engaging in back-channel negotiations behind closed doors? Or is this incident the beginning of a period marked by greater tension, harsher sanctions, and possibly new military confrontations? This is not just a news story. It is a warning. What happened off the coast of Scotland reminds us of one harsh reality. The world is still sitting on a pile of gunpowder. One miscalculation, one wrong assumption, or one emotional statement could push humanity down a path from which there may be no return. The final question for you. Was this incident a limited, controlled operation? Or does it mark the beginning of a new, far more dangerous chapter in U.S.-Russia relations? Share your thoughts in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us for deep, analytical, and unbiased coverage. Because what is unfolding right now is not just news. It is history in the making.